All right, Alexander, we'll see how this works. Like I told you yesterday, I'm doing this from the phone today. Um, and I don't see anyone else in here right at the moment. So we'll see, and I've got it past 10 o'clock. So I've already started the recording. And I see your post on it.
I'm here.
Good. Okay. And it gets, I don't know if you've done this thing by phone, but collaborate's done especially on the phone. Um, so that I'm on the road today. I am headed back at this point that I got the car aligned this morning, so I should be good to make it back in 285 miles. Now, which chapter are we on this week? Because that's where it really gets tricky on here, trying to do on the phone of trying to switch between things.
9.
9. Okay. Do y'all have assignments in 9? I don't think so. I'm not sure. Because Hyper-V is a problem, so I shouldn't have any assignments with Hyper-V in them. And y'all are doing virtual machines anyway, working through
We're doing
VirtualBox.
9, 1, 2, 4, and 5.
Okay, so y'all are skipping one. Okay, then I probably have that set correctly. Let's see, 1, 2, 4. Yeah, those should work. I think 3 does have a problem because it's that live migration thing. So that was intentionally skipped. Yeah, because it's using the Hyper-V machine, so I think I intentionally skipped that one. So 1, 2, 4, and 5 should be correct on that. And that you're doing failover, high availability, and then they're teaching you some about virtual machines. And like I say, a lot of that y'all have already got hands-on experience because you've been using virtual machines the whole book the way through. Did you get your machines to work yet?
No.
Okay. Did you go in and change? Because I'm going to go ahead and just jump off onto that unless you got some questions on 9, since you're the only one in here.
I do not.
Okay. On the machines, when you go into settings, you said they were set as NAT.
I
The
have them
network.
all set. I have them all set to internal, and they're still not
Okay.
talking to each other.
Okay. When you set them to internal, it then shows down there probably INT net, I believe is still the letters on
Yes.
them. Make sure all of them are showing that. We got put up with my phone beeping for messages coming in. Make sure they're all set on that. Now, your third connection on each machine will be NAT. So set that one as NAT, okay? The first 2 should be internal, but if internal's not working, and it doesn't sometimes for a few students, and that's what you probably had it at the beginning of the semester, because that's what I told you to do. Although a few students, it doesn't work right for them on that. Try changing it to bridged on each of them and then see if they'll talk to each other. And if that doesn't work, if you can bring it in, probably will be the best choice.
Okay. Last week I did all the assignments I could on in both books. And then when I got to where I couldn't continue doing it on the machine, I gave you a message on my answer I turned in where it says I couldn't get them to communicate to each other at this point. So I didn't
Okay.
do the last 4 assignments.
Okay. We need to still get those done. So let's see if we can get your stuff working in the next day or so. Okay. Um, because otherwise I'll have to count off on them. But make sure on those first two they're all internal and that they have the same adapter name within there. Because when you go in, when you click on the internal, then you'll see that it has a name it assigns to it also, which is actually the which switch is it sitting on is what it's really doing. And they all need to be on the same switch. And so make sure they are all, I think it's INT-net, and you said that sounded familiar to you also. Um, make sure they're all exactly the same on that, because sometimes I've seen it throw some of them as something different for some reason. If that doesn't work, then go in and try changing them all to bridged.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because bridged has worked for the ones that had a problem not getting internal to work. And it's doing basically the same thing. Bridged or internal actually are almost exactly the same concept, but something slightly different between them. And that for some reason, sometimes bridge works where internal won't, but internal normally works. Okay?
Yes.
So try that and send me an email later today on it, on what you find out, or I think you're in the 2414 also usually.
Yes.
If you get a chance to check it before 1, see if it does, and we can mention on it then if you're still having a problem or whatever. And then I say I should be there at school tomorrow, assuming nothing else goes wrong on this trip. Of course, that's always any trip. Um, that I should be back because it says I'll be back this afternoon. Of course, right now it says 2:41, but I still got to meet the other 2 classes and stuff. So it's later than that before I get back to my house. So by evening I'll be back, and then that means I can be back in the morning at school. And I'll send you, and if you send me a message and say you need to still see me, I'll send you a message to let you know I will be there. Just let me know. I'm on the Walker campus. I don't know if you've come and seen me before or not. But will Walker campus be convenient for you?
Yes, that's my home campus.
Okay. Just let me know by tomorrow morning what time to expect you, and make it 9 or after, because I don't always necessarily get there right at 8 or whatever. Because as you know, I'm working on classes in the evening. So when I'm doing that, and where you've seen me working the last few days on the road, I don't worry as much about being there exact time when I don't have class or anything during the day, that I'm just sitting in the office. So if you'll let me know exactly what time you expect to be there, then I can definitely be in the office, because sometimes I walk out, sometimes I get a call to go do something, and also I may go grab a bite to eat at whatever time, because lunch is not always consistent for me. And I don't know who might walk in the office, but if I know a student's coming by at 10 o'clock, for instance, and I get a call that I need to go to a meeting, I can go, no, do that. I've got an appointment already at 10 o'clock, and then I can be sure to be there. Okay?
Thank you very much.
So I'll definitely help you on that then tomorrow. If we don't get it, if this doesn't get it today, but that's why I was saying check on with me further, because usually I can get these things going via us just answering email and you just doing it without you having to come in. Okay? And that's not that
Okay.
I don't want to see y'all students, but there's no reason to make y'all come to the campus if you don't need to. Okay?
Yes.
So it's better for us all around. Okay, then if there's nothing else, I'm going to go ahead and let you go, and I'm going to get back on the road and see where I get to before my 11 o'clock session.
Drive safely.
Thank you.
Bye.